Hey, it's Mike Finnegan from Roadkill. I'm here with David Freiberger, and you're watching The Boss Garage.
And so are you.
Okay, so I don't really watch a whole lot of YouTuber, and you'll hear a lot of YouTubers say that. The only shows that I really watch are Top Gear, which is the Grand Tour on Amazon, and Roadkill. But now Roadkill isn't on YouTube anymore. It doesn't affect us that much. We are subscribed to Motor Trend because it's nice to know what's going on in the background and try to get that month jump on the videos, maybe tie some of our videos to it. And they have a pile of good stuff, a lot of good videos, but the main ones that brought everybody there in the first place was always Roadkill. Roadkill started, you guys all know Roadkill. If you don't, then you're living under a rock. They started with YouTube, and then slowly Roadkill became Motor Trend became Roadkill, and slowly just started building more and more shows into this big monopoly of Motor Trend. Now Discovery's involved, which is Velocity. I've seen lots of comments on Roadkill too. You guys need to forget all about Motor Trend, go back to the way it was. The first 3 seasons were the best, and then somehow, like, shameless, like, brand deals started showing up, and hidden product placements and whatever else. It's just not the same that it used to be. But when you're small, you're not making a whole lot of money. You're probably losing money, and it's an experiment, or we're having fun, and then you realize you have something, and then you realize, oh, maybe I need some insurance. Maybe I need to get a lawyer involved. Oh, we're actually making some money. Now we got to pay an accountant. It's always that next goal that's going to pay off, whether it's a brand deal or a contract or a television show or whatever else. And unfortunate, when it gets to that size, it's not just your say anymore. It's whoever's paying the bill at the end of it. It will be interesting where they're going to be 3 years from now. I still enjoy the show. I still watch it regularly. Disappointed that Hot Rod Garage got to put the 5.9 Cummins on the dyno, and Freiberger didn't call us. Pretty sure they watch our channel. So we've met the Roadkill guys a handful of times now. Super cool guys, and every one of them that we met is down to earth. They are the same people off camera as they are on camera. But what you don't realize is they are a small little fraction of who Roadkill is. By the time you add up the film crew, the organization that goes into it, rental of the tracks, cleanup crew, advertising, all that stuff, they are 3, 4, 10 people in the mix of a few hundred at least. You don't realize how expensive it is to actually run a show like that. Thousands and thousands of dollars. Break it down to, say, Rob Ferretti's event. We went down 3 days. There's all the time put together in organizing the event, making the videos to promote it, then renting the tracks, getting insurance for the tracks so that he doesn't get sued if Justin Bell catches fire inside our car. He's got 3 guys, if not 4, walking around with cameras. They all need to be paid. The amount of gear that they're lugging around is tens of thousands of dollars worth of gear. And it took a month to get the last video out because that's a full month of solid editing. So leave out the rental, insurance, and everything else. Just the production values of that is somewhere between $20,000 and $40,000. And we have no idea how much that costs, but we understand a little bit how much is involved because we're editing our own shows. Aaron spends about an hour for every minute of video that gets put out. So put that in perspective. If you add up every one of our videos and put all that time together, that's a lot of time dedicated behind the computer screen that a lot of people don't even appreciate. So it's completely understandable why Roadkill went on their own platform. They pretty much have a monopoly now of all the major car channels. They've got Discovery, they got Roadkill. All of that is encased in this giant platform that is now Motor Trend. So at the end of the day, if you own a YouTube channel, you're gonna do one of 2 things. You're gonna figure out how to pay the bills, or you're gonna do what really makes you happy. Hopefully you can do both at the same time. When you get to that point and you can't, well, you got to pick one or the other. Obviously, the Roadkill guys wouldn't have gone to Motor Trend if it wasn't necessary. If they said, look, we're only making this much of the events and we're only making this much off YouTube. We need to ramp this up, or we can't be where we want to be in 3 years. Then it's what they had to do. If they were happy where they were and the bills were being paid, nothing would have changed. But it's not the end of the world. Motor Trend is not just Roadkill. It's a pile of good shows. Even if you don't feel like paying, you still watch. Nothing's changed other than they took their entire platform away from YouTube and went strictly on their own. With Roadkill going to Motor Trend, there's a lot of negativity. If we checked out Reddit, and a lot of people pretty sour about that, saying no, we want the content and we don't want to pay for it. The money has to come from somewhere. So that's why YouTubers go out to things like Patreon and brand deals, because a lot of our funds have gone towards the Audi in the last 6-7 months. So Aaron and I really have never taken out a paycheck. We've enjoyed lots of shows and gone from here to there. We got some tools from certain sponsors, and we're talking to a few more. Basically every penny that we've made off of YouTube has gone right back into production or projects. If it's not for the brand deals and it's not for the Patreon or a massive viral video, it's just a hobby and it's not a business. So that brings it around to our channel a little bit. We've been at it for about 3 years now, and we started out making tractor videos and basically just what comes into the shop. But if you look at my shop right now, the Audi's all tore apart because we had to take a look at the clutch. Not a big fix, but yeah, it's only like 40 minutes to take that engine out. It's awesome. That's my car. That takes about 40 hours to install the engine, if not more, and that's a paying customer. This 67 GTO is basically my car and Hoogie's car again, not paying, and the 454 SS is a paying customer again, and the truck behind me, that one has a cracked 5.9, that's a first, and it's not a 53 block. That's a paying customer again. So right now we're about 50-50. Making money on some projects, losing money on other projects. The C10 outside is not going to bring in any money from a customer. So all of the expense of the materials, the time, the editing comes out of our pocket or YouTube's pocket. There's a couple of channels like AVE, if you guys haven't checked him out, a very cool channel. He's got his own model on there where he says, I'm not taking any brand deals whatsoever, and I will review tools, but I can only do that if you guys support me on Patreon. Probably 30% Patreon and 70% AdSense on YouTube. So that's a very good platform to be able to do that. As I'm an automotive channel, not a tool channel, we'd have a lot harder or more difficult time doing that, and we just can't. So that brings us to where we're going. I don't know. Lots of companies have reached out to us lately, a couple of offers that we're exploring. We're just trying to do the fine print, but we'd really like to keep 100% of it, Aaron and mine. Right away, our profit gets split right down the middle between the two of us. Stefan will be showing up more and more as we're able to make it worth his while. We all have families. We all have other significant others that require our time and other jobs that we have to do right now. So we're kind of doing the best we can. So here's the burning question. Now that Discovery's got their feet in the door with Roadkill and Motor Trend, are you guys worried that they're going to have control over the content? Well, we've seen multiple posts by the Roadkill guys that this is not the case. But if you've seen any of the other shows in the last 5 years on automotive reality, you know that it's all fake. It's a fake drama. You can't build a car in 2 weeks. You can't build it with a handful of guys, and nobody's gonna pay $60,000 for a car that they watch that's worth 30, and they see that when the episode comes out. It's not real. But that being said, Motor Trend is smart in saying, well, we used to share half of our profit with YouTube on that platform. We just take our content from that platform. Now we get 100% of a smaller audience, but they get a bigger piece of a smaller pie. If you had a YouTube channel and you had 100,000 subscribers and Motor Trend called up and said, hey, you know what? Do you want to join the largest automotive platform available anywhere? come on over, but you have to delete all of your channels on YouTube, would you do it?
So what did we learn from all of this? Basically, watch your mouth on the internet and don't get involved with reality TV. People ask us all the time why Roadkill doesn't show up on a cable network, and this is why. Here on the web, we are totally in charge of our own destiny and our own show. No lawyers, no contracts, no private planes, no hidden clauses, and no faking it.
No, they haven't called yet.